Welcome, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, yeah.
How has your weekend been here so far? It's spooky.
Here, also good. Yeah, wonderful people, well attended. The weather's been nice, and yeah.
Well, one of my favorite things about coming to these conventions, and spooky in particular, is people have the opportunity to dress up. And I see a lot of people that dress up as some of your iconic characters. So what is that like for you, to see people walking around, you know, just on a regular Sunday dressed as Doc Brown?
It's the whole Back to the Future thing is phenomenal. You know, films come out, they have a good run. Hopefully, they have a certain popularity, and in a few months they kind of fade. You can see them on Netflix, etc. But Back to the Future just keeps on going like crazy. I mean, it seems to catch on to people young today the same way it did back in 1985, I think it was. And it just doesn't give up. It keeps going on and on and on, which is a credit to a conception of a wonderful script that all of us can really get into and love doing it.
Well, to segue into something else, we're here in Orlando, and there was an incredible ride that is unfortunately not at Universal Studios anymore.
Oh, yeah.
But what was the experience like? You're part of a ride, Christopher Lloyd. What was that experience like, getting to be Doc Brown forever?
The theme park. It was amazing because the technology involved in the way the DeLorean would go and move and everything, and with the visuals up front, it simulated like you felt like it was a damn cartoon. And you'd sit there terrified, I'm laughing at a cartoon. It's like it was strange, but it was amazing. It was an amazing innovation. I remember I came out here, I think probably may have been my first time when they established the theme park here, the Back to the Future thing. And they brought the train from the end of Back to the Future when I come back with my family. And they had it here on the tracks somewhere up at Universal with the steam going and all that stuff. And it brought all the way from Los Angeles, I think. It was kind of cool. And referring back to the question about what's it like to go and see all these characters out there, particularly, but I see a lot of Uncle Festers. And you gotta know, I grew up on Uncle Fester. There was a magazine that my parents subscribed to that came in every week, and it always had cartoons. The New Yorker, it always had cartoons. I never read anything, but I shuffled through the cartoons. And Charles Adams was alive at that time, and every issue practically of the New Yorker had an Adams Family cartoon. And I always was hopeful that Uncle Fester would be in it because I really dug him. He just had his strangeness, his slightly devilish, evil, little mischief things he did. I dug it. And as I grew older, it was in my past, and I was on to other things. decades later, I got a call, offer to do Uncle Fester. I mean, what are the odds? What are the odds? So, and I was just like, this can't be happening. This can't be happening. I can live out on screen this little monster I fell in love with when I was an adolescent, you know, so that was cool. The only thing was that I didn't look like him. Not round, I have a round head, all that. Because Fester, the way he looks, is kind of a sight guy. And it's, you know, so I had to take care of that. The costume was fairly easy, but how to get my face rounded like that? So I thought I should have prosthetics, attachments that, you know, round my face out. And they worked out, and the director wanted to shoot. This was, you know, 2-3 weeks before we actually started shooting the film, but they wanted to shoot a scene between Gomez, Raul Julia, and myself. And full makeup and costume, because they wanted to see how the makeup worked with the filming and the lighting. And I was really very anxious about it, because I didn't feel I was ready. I was counting on 3 more weeks to get into Fester's mind, such as it is. And so I was really worried. And you know, Raul Julia, I just got to know him, and he was, you know, one of the most wonderful people, an actor. And so I just didn't want to do it. I was terrified. But, you know, I did it. And a few days later, I got a call from the director, and he says, "Chris, we'd like to come in. We want to talk to you." And he seemed very serious. So I went through that. I went for the appointment to go and see him, and the producer, etc. And there were some actors milling around in the offices. And there was this guy who was a more convincing Uncle Fester than anybody you've seen in costume. This guy could have gone right in front of the screen. He was naturally, it's like he hadn't done anything to himself. He just came in like bald, round face, round body, big long chain he was wearing and all that. And I thought, that's the guy. That's who's going to be doing this film. And the directors came in, so, you know, they brought me into the theater at the studio, and they played the scene between Raul and I. And afterwards, they looked at me and they said, "We don't feel the prosthetics work. All they wanted to do was change the way I was made up." And the guy out in the hall was my stand-in for both films. So,
And I was going to say, from that role, we learned that you definitely had some good moves. Anything you can teach us from the mamushka? Can you teach us any moves from the mamushka?
I don't think so. I can't imagine what I try to do, and it might be very entertaining. That was such a fun dance. Raul, Julie, and myself. That was cool.
Before we open it up to the audience, one of my favorite projects that you were involved with is, of course, Taxi. And I was about working with Andy Kaufman.
People often come up to me and say, "Is Andy Kaufman crazy?" And he had I don't think he was crazy. He had a very clear idea of a kind of comedy he wanted to do. And he understood ways to go about making it happen. And they were brilliant. He had a different concept about things, and he gave it to us with a lot of humor. And I thought that, I went with Andy one night because he was wrestling women. Mud wrestling. And he invited me, and I went and watched him mud wrestle. Mud, I mean, they weren't faking it with these, young women who looked like they could quite well take care of themselves. And it was well, I just remembered. He was kind of a transcendentalist, or he meditated a lot. I mean, not in a public way, but he was kind of into that. And we were in dress rehearsal for the next episode that night, and all doing a thing. All the crew was there, all the cameramen, the producers, the writers, the whole bunch, and we were playing out the scene and costume and everything, and a conversation developed about levitation. And Andy just sort of picked up, "I can do that." And he sat, and we're all, kind of laughing, and he just very calm and said, "I'm good." So he sat down in the middle of the stage, the taxi sat there, crossed his legs, and did a whole kind of Buddha pose, and he just sat there. And we're standing around watching this guy who's in front of all of us, sat down there, and doing it and not making a joke of it. Just saying, eventually, the break in 10 minutes is up, and we have to go back and work. And so they kind of, come on, Andy, whatever. Microphone, please. He had 5 full minutes. It was extraordinary, but that kind of daring, courage, even though it was is what made it, was that kind of courage, imagination, and daring to do this thing that he did. Very sad.
So, if it's okay with you, is it okay to take some questions from the audience?
Oh, certainly.
Okay. So we have a microphone. Oh, we already have our first willing victim too. Come on down, Joker. So I kindly ask just one question per person.
Hey, Christopher, thank you for coming. I'm Mr. J. You've already alluded to, I would say, maybe your favorite character. Would I be assuming too much?
I'm sorry?
Is Fester your favorite character so far that you've done?
I don't know. I have a tough time, because actually, when I'm asked that, my feeling, I want to say, one flew over the cuckoo's nest. It was my first film, and with extraordinary people, incredible story, and I just thought,
Beautiful.
I died and gone to heaven here.
Great. That film's probably wasted on all the millennials in here. I can't say for sure. Beautiful. We do appreciate you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just going off what you said earlier about the Back to the Future ride, if there was another movie or show that you've been in that you could make into a theme park attraction, what would you pick?
Maybe Clue.
Oh, yeah.
It would be cool to get to choose your own ending for the ride too. That's a good pick.
Yeah, I don't recall what I was guilty of, or even, so I'm not sure which ending. Yeah.
What's your
It's
name?
funny that film, when it opened, didn't do amazing box office. And it kind of went. But it was very hot in England, in British Isles. And, I do these shows. One of the most often films coming out with Clue. So it's really had a good long, run on kind of a cultish sort of thing. But it's good. And the cast, I was amazed. What an incredible cast. Every one of them were very successful in their own right with their work, and they just really gelled well. That was great.
All right. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Bree. We've all enjoyed you on the big screen, but I know that you have a rich theater life as well, and I was wondering what your favorite role on the stage has been in your career.
I guess I'd have to go back to 1973, and I did play. I didn't get much work during the 60s. I came to New York in 1959 and 60, and I was 19 years old, I think. And I tried to get all the work I could. I went to drama school and did a lot of all. And little regional theater. But I kept at it, and there was this place, a theater, the Brooklyn Academy in Brooklyn, that I'd auditioned for. They did different European plays, and I'd auditioned for them. And so I had a little bit of a track record there. And then a play came up called Casper. And unbelievable piece of work. And I got it. It was virtually like a one-man show, like a chorus of actors and this guy with some unique problems. And that kind of broke me out. But the play was just
so much. You're a treasure.
Hi, I'm Jay. I'm a big fan of adventure video games, and back in '96 you were in a game called Toonstruck, and I wondered if you had any memories of making that game or any of the other adventure games, and is the process as an actor different when making a video game than doing something else?
I don't remember that. I know I did it. I might remember that. But that was a totally animation.
Totally animation.
Yeah. And your question is?
Is the process different doing something like a video game like that, or even the Back to the Future game you did a couple of years ago?
Yeah. At first I didn't really want to get into it. I didn't. I'm an actor. I would expect a bold deal. But then I started doing it, and it's kind of cool. It does. It requires as much energy in a way, even more than it would be if it was, because you have to, locally, you have to bring everything. They don't have your face to see, you know what I mean? It's one-dimensional. So, yeah. It was that good.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm some chick with purple hair. In all your career, all the work that you've done, besides Addams Family, which project did you have the most fun making?
I gotta say Back to the Future. And you got to do it 3 times. And the third one, people ask me which one did I like the best. It's got to be number 3 for me. It's a Western, okay, and horseback riding. You know, horseback riding. Clara. Steam engine. I've done a couple of films involving steam engines, and they're awesome. They're huge clunk of iron and steel, and all these things that move. Steam coming out there. They're a real attraction. So 3, I did a lot of work on an engine. Clara joined me.
Well, thank you. You're awesome. We just love you. You're like family.
Hi, I'm Nicole, and you mentioned One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest earlier, and my question is about the process that you had for One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I understand that many actors were staying in the mental hospital and interacting with patients, and what was that like, and how did it differ, and were you ever scared?
Not really. It was great because we got the cast was there. I think about 2 weeks before we started to shoot, and we spent the time sitting in on group therapy meetings, which of course so much of the movie is a group therapy session, and just seeing how the mechanics took place, how it ran, and meeting the various patients. And on the top, we shot in a 3-story building, and we were on the second on the second floor, and above us was a maximum security ward. And we were taken on a tour around it. By the way, the patients were all told about it. Didn't have to participate. So nobody was forced on it. But you could go up there and befriend one of these patients. And I remember talking and spending some time with a young guy who committed a homicide. And he drew to Harvard, very smart, and an interesting guy to talk to. If you didn't know anything more about it, you know, it's like it's sort of spooky, interesting. Yeah, so we spent 2 weeks there beforehand. And a lot of the extras in the film are patients from the hospital. Especially some guy who played, he's an old guy with a flute. Plays, you can hear they use him in the soundtrack. So they were part of the team.
Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Christina, and I've made a career out of playing a lot of misfits. And I think one of the reasons you're so appealing is because you play them very grounded and not cartoonish. And so my question is, do you consider yourself a misfit or a bit of a nerd or anything like that? Because I think this room is probably full of a lot of us.
Yeah, I get it. I don't know. It's just, I haven't tried to steer my career in with that in mind. I just, what comes along, I try to do, you know, but it's, I'm easy. I like to work. Just about in any circumstances. Because if there's something worth doing, then it's worth doing. So I think I wanted it.
Oh no, I was just wondering if you identified with, you know, being a misfit, because again, you play them so well, but very based in reality. I mean, they're not outlandish, cartoonish characters. I mean, there's a lot of humanity to your portrayals.
I get fascinated when my people know why they do or not do something. It was a matter of survival when I was really young.
Thank you.
Would you prefer the 2015 from Back to the Future or the 2015 that we actually live?
I'm going to take the fifth. No, I didn't quite get it.
Would you have preferred the 2015 from Back to the Future or the 2015 that we actually live?
Could you remind me where I was in 2015? Phil. I'm just trying to think what time.
Jimmy Kimmel Show.
You're
on the Jimmy Kimmel Show.
Oh, well, that's why they did that, I don't know how to answer that. I have to take a look, but it's an interesting thing.
I'm Robin. I'd just like to know how it was, with how, you worked with, did you enjoy working with Michael J. Fox? And also, are you still friends with him? Do you still talk with him and everything?
We never like beer buddies. But we keep seeing each other, and I love Michael. His humor,
Yeah.
his perception, his situation,
Yes.
and how he deals with it. And he got struck with it really young.
Yes.
He's extraordinary. And we're going to be here in 2 months, in May.
So Michael J. Fox will be here?
We'll see you there.
Hi, I'm Dave. Number one, I just got to say this, through the last couple of years of my life, I've run into more actors from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. And like Louise Fletcher, Brad Dorff was one of our guests here. And I got to tell you, class acts all across the board. And one of the things that always, whenever One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest comes on, the one scene I always watch is when your character's baiting the hook. And you guys, he's baiting the hook. So it's, if you haven't remembered it, it's a great, great scene. But of course, it's Jack Nicholson's iconic movie role, and you were in one of the few films that he directed. Can you tell us a little bit about being in that film with John Belushi and yourself and Jack Nicholson and your old, going south with your future girlfriend, Mary Stewart?
You got it, Tom.
I hope I didn't get you in trouble with Pit dancing.
I was having
Basically, what was it like working on Going South?
Going south was a bit, it was a trip. We did Cuckoo's Nest, and then I did a little bit in a film that he did. I won't get into. And then I ran into him and he says he's doing this film this summer called Going South. I read it, and of course I'm going to do it, and we end up out in Durango, Mexico, which had a small area of, it's about 200,000 people, I think. It has a small area of paved roads, and the rest is still, out there. You were strongly advised not to wander beyond the pavement. It wasn't a good idea. And Nicholson was amazing. He was directing it, starring in it, but he was so wonderful to work with. Danny DeVito. It was a great experience. It was a lot of hilarity. Risks were taken one way or another. But Belushi was doing Saturday Night Live. So for about 3 weeks, he flew on his day off from New York to Mexico, Durango, to shoot for 2 days, go back, do the show, come back. So he was going a little bit nuts. But it was cool. It was great.
That's great. That's great. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
So we have about 10 minutes left, so we have time for these final 3 questions.
Hiya. My name is Maria. I just wanted to say that you were an absolutely spectacular villain in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And I was just curious if there's anything that really stuck out about working with like cartoons, like you're all weasel henchmen? How gross smelling was the vat of stuff?
That was, yeah, Von Zemeckis wanted to make that film as kind of a homage to the way cartoons films were originally done, all the Walt Disney films. That is where you have a team of artists and every shot, is completely drawn by hand. It's time consuming, of course, but it's an art, it's a craft. And so that's the way Roger Rabbit was done. They had this building somewhere in London, 3 or 4 empty floors, and it was filled with cubicles. And there'd be an artist, that one, and there was piles of Chinese food. But it was like this strange underworld. From everywhere, from the United States, from Asia, Japan, Europe, all these guys and ladies doing their thing. Yeah. I get a kick once in a while because people come up to me and they say, "Oh, you scared me to death. I had nightmares." We'll be talking about something from, I feel like when I take the little shoe. Like that. And other stuff, they just, and I think back when I used to see the original Disney movies, whatever that was. I was very young. What about Cinderella? Bambi? In the sea with a whale?
Pinocchio.
What?
Pinocchio.
And there are moments in each of them that scare the hell out. Scare the, I have nightmare stuff, so you kind of pay back.
Thank you. Hi, my name's Caitlin, and on behalf of one of my friends who would have loved to have been here this weekend, do you have any memories or stories about being part of a film called In Search of Dr. Seuss?
In Search of Dr. Seuss?
Yeah, do you have any memories?
Yes, I do. It was Robin Williams was the character in it, and other folks. I forget what character I was.
You played Hunches and Bunches.
I was what?
You played Hunches and Bunches.
Hunches and Bunches? Well, yeah, I remember that. I have not thought of it maybe since the last time I was on the set. I think it came out. I don't know what happened. A lot of people involved in this.
Our final question of the panel.
Hey, sir. I'm Eddie from Tampa. Just a comment and a question. Just want to say I admire you both as an actor and as a person, and your work has inspired me to drive 88 miles an hour in a residential area. And just a question as a fellow actor, how do you, for character development, for Taxi, I loved you in Taxi, by the way, what inspires you for your character development?
Well, I kind of read a few to see what I connect with, what I identify. And in Taxi, I hadn't done any, I just moved out from New York and I hadn't done any television work. I'd never been on a sitcom set, so it was all kind of foreign to me, but I read the thing about the street with Reverend Jim, and just got a feeling about it. I just felt I've seen that guy. To some degree, I identify with him, and and I've imagined his costume, and I got pieces of costume. There was a friend of mine who lived in Laurel Canyon, which I got a hippie hangout area, and he was cleaning up shrubbery around his house, and he found an old Levi jacket with a peace sign on it, and it had been out in the weather for God knows how many years. I got that. An old pair of jeans from, an old pair of sneakers from my ex-father-in-law, and put it together. I came to the meeting wearing it, and they said, when you come in Monday, bring what you're wearing. So the main costume. So that costume helps a lot. I mean, I just had a feeling about this guy. And then, after I'd been doing it for a while, we'd have a hiatus, a break, summer or Christmas, whatever. And sometimes I would come back, and I'd have trouble getting back into gym again. May seem weird, but you just quite lose the thread a little bit. And I remember one time that happened, and what came to mind was my 22-year older brother at the time. And he was a teetotaler. He didn't do anything. He didn't smoke, you know. But he had something in his face, kind of. Kind of thing in his face, and I thought, that's exactly it. I sent him a photo with an explanation about it. I never heard back.
Thank you, sir. God bless.
Thank you.
So, before we wrap this up, is there any final thoughts that you'd like to leave us with today?
Well, it's I gather there's not too many of you who go to church. Thank you for coming out. I really appreciate it. It's great to talk to you and explain myself. So maybe I'll see some of you in May.